Get ready for some wow on the Signature Mike Show.
I got that wow. Who wants some hands up right now? We got that. Turn it up loud. I know you're wondering how. I got that wow.
Thank you so much for joining us today. I have some fabulous ladies here with me today. We are going to learn so much. It's like take a note, maybe. We'll take notes of everything. So I have the fabulous Katie Brooks with me from the Miller Theater. She's the marketing director at Miller Theater. And I have Amy Lawson from the Daughters of the American Revolution. Fabulous to have you both here.
Thank you.
Great
Thank
to be
you.
here.
Amy, let's just start. This is a history lesson. I did a little research last night.
Okay.
I did homework. I did my homework. I made some notes. I might have to read a little bit, but you will find this very interesting. I promise. I promise. Daughters of the American Revolution. What is your title there?
My title is State First Vice Regent.
Okay.
So it's second in the state.
Okay.
And we have about 8,000 members.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow. You say 8,000 like in the country?
In the state of Georgia.
In the state of Georgia.
In the worldwide, we have 190,000 members.
Oh my goodness. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. I've heard about the Daughters of the American Revolution for years. I've never really connected myself to it, but it is so interesting. Tell me what your organization does.
So at its heart, it is a service organization.
Okay.
We have 3 missions that have been our mission since the founding, which was about 1890.
Okay.
Historic preservation, promoting education, and any sort of patriotic endeavors. So everything is done grassroots at the local level.
Okay.
Here in Augusta, we have 3 chapters. They serve different needs in the community. The chapter I'm a member of is for working women that need to meet on Saturdays.
Okay.
But there's some that meet on Tuesday afternoons and is a lunch situation. So, you just find one that fits with you.
Okay.
I can give some examples of those missions.
Please do,
The
yes.
mission areas. So
Yes.
Here in Augusta, for example, the historic preservation, we own George Walton's home on 13th Street, Meadow Garden.
Oh, wow.
Which we purchased and saved in 1901. So we've been operating it as a house museum almost 125 years. So
my goodness.
School kids will recognize it because they all go through. We do a bunch of events there for the community. Tours are Monday through Friday, 10 to 4. We have employees and docents that operate that. The next arm is education of DAR. So, oh my gosh, there's so much. I could go on for 10 shows on the education.
I love it.
Millions of dollars in scholarships. We go to the local schools and do awards at Honors Day for good citizens and for JROTC medals, adult literacy programs in the libraries. There's 50-something committees in DAR, so there's something for everyone.
Wow.
Patriotism arm is what you would think it is. So both active duty military and veterans, and there's so much we do within the VAs, nursing homes, just saying appreciation for our vets. And we've been doing this, again, the missionaries have been the same all this time. Of course, the needs in the communities change. But we try to meet whatever needs with trained volunteers in all of those areas.
Gotcha. You mentioned you have meetings.
We have meetings.
Is it it's a social, but you also have business you talk about?
Yes, for sure. So all of them, each chapter is organized a little bit differently. For instance, the one I'm in, we alternate monthly with business meetings, and then the next month is a service project.
Okay.
Or something in the community. We'll do Arts in the Heart, or we'll go and clean a cemetery that has Revolutionary Era graves in it. Things like that. So last month we just went kayaking down the Savannah River just to have fun and have something to do together. And we alternate that with business.
Yeah, that's awesome. So it's a nonprofit organization.
Nonprofit.
You promote education and patriotism. How many local members are in your chapter here?
There are, between the 3 chapters, there's about 350 members.
Gotcha. How do you become a member?
So becoming a member, DAR.org is a wealth of knowledge. To be eligible to be a member, it has to be a woman who can prove direct lineal descent from a patriot of the American Revolution. That doesn't necessarily mean that they were fighting. It could be they supplied beaver skins to the Continental Army. I've seen that one. There's some interesting ones out there. Housed soldiers or fed soldiers. But once you prove that ancestor, you've got to prove that you are the direct descendant of them.
Right. And at that time, 1775 to 1783, the American Revolutionary War, I'm sure a lot of people were involved in this somehow. So it's the lineage might be easy.
It's all about, it's getting the proof of, that they served. Any race, any religion, just has to be a female.
Right.
At this time. So it's a very diverse society. And in fact, we have different arms of DAR that look for diverse first patriots. So Native Americans, African Americans, ones that came over from France or Mexico. There were mercenaries that fought in the American Revolution. All of their descendants are all eligible for DAR.
Wow, wow. Something I found interesting was the Purple Heart that we know about today, and it started with the American Revolutionary War. It's the oldest military decoration for military merit, has a rich history rooted in the American Revolution. It was established by George Washington. It honored soldiers for virtuous ambition in every species of military merit during the Revolutionary War. While it was initially awarded to only 3 men, the decoration was largely forgotten about for 150 years, was revived in 1932 by General Douglas MacArthur on Washington's 200th birthday, and has since been awarded to members of the U.S. Armed Forces who have been killed or wounded in action against an enemy.
And
Yeah, we always want to thank our military
for sure.
who have served, who are serving, and those who gave the ultimate sacrifice. We always have to consider them, and the Purple Heart's so interesting, and it's so connected to what you do.
It is so connected, and we've had a lot of different ceremonies, of course, for award winners. Some of them have been given. Our buildings for the National Society are on the Mall in D.C. They own the 17th block right there, catty corner to the White House.
Oh, my gosh.
And a lot of the military awards and ceremonies are done at our headquarters.
Fantastic. Now, we're friends, and I know
friends.
you do travel around
travel
the country
a lot.
with
I
this as
speak
well,
for
because you're
DAR.
very important in
No,
this
I don't know about that,
organization.
but I speak for DAR, do a lot of leadership training, things like that. So I'm passionate about it.
Absolutely, you
It's a
sure
good
are.
purpose.
Yes, and I know a lot of local friends that are involved. They tell me, oh, I'm going to a DAR meeting and
Yes.
all of this. So,
DAR
you know,
meetings.
it's just a great place for you guys to, and ladies, you know, there's so many, well, this is a women's organization.
It's a women's
after all.
organization,
Yeah,
and I love my friendships. You end up, and I know you're the same with some, like my daughters are 4th generation DAR, but they're being impacted and mentored by ladies in their 90s who
Yes.
have just wonderful stories, wonderful experiences, and of course, it's just a feel-good experience along with the serving.
Yes.
So I love
Well,
it.
thank you so much
Of
for
course.
sharing this information. We learned so much today. Stay tuned. I have Katie Brooks with me. We're going to learn a little more about the Miller Theater. Stay tuned.
What if the perfect pair of shoes could transform more than just your outfit? At Signature Soles and Apparel, it's not just about fashion, it's about finding the pieces that make you feel confident, unique, and ready to take on the world. From stunning shoes to statement outfits and accessories, every item is carefully chosen to help you express your personality. Let our friendly team help you discover your next favorite look. Signature Soles and Apparel, where every step you take feels beautifully you.
It's hard to know where to start when shopping for home or kitchen appliances, but you can count on Kelly Appliance for exceptional value and dedicated customer service. Family owned and operated since 1962, their friendly and knowledgeable staff will see you through the entire process, from selecting the right product to experienced delivery and installation. It's no wonder that Kelly Appliance is consistently awarded for their service and expertise. Visit Kelly Appliance at one of their 2 convenient locations in Martinez and Aiken.
Hi, Suzanne Lily Honeymichael here with Hardwood Floors & More. My husband Greg and I continue to hear about concerns about price increases, but we want to let you know we have always been focused on American-made products. We have the largest selection of flooring and lighting, and our commitment to you is to provide you with the best pricing, products, and workmanship. So come see where our company is the company that friends recommend. Hardwood Floors & More, so much more in store for you.
Discover the Bordeaux Event Center, where elegance meets charm and forever memories are made. Whether you're saying I do, hosting a banquet, or celebrating life's big moments, the Bordeaux Event Center is more than a venue. It's an experience. Nestled in the picturesque woods of Thompson, Georgia, the Bordeaux Event Center features bridal and groom suites, a caterer's kitchen, and a state-of-the-art audiovisual system. Schedule your tour today at the Bordeaux Event Center, where moments become memories.
Have you been to the Miller Theater lately, or at all? It is the most amazing jewel on Broad Street, and I have someone fabulous from the Miller Theater. Katie Brooks, thank you so much, the marketing director at the Miller Theater.
Well, thank you for having me, and thank you for your kind words about the Miller.
Well, I love it. I'm there whenever I can be, especially for the symphony, but there's so much more.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, tell me, marketing director, all that entails, what you do. What's a day in the life like at the Miller Theater for you?
Honestly, I would say there every day is different. There's no one size fits all to marketing, especially in live events and entertainment, which is wonderful. It means that I get to be adaptable and experience all kinds of change, and have to be kept on my toes. I never know what's coming my way, which I love. I very much am excited by the day-to-day changing. And especially at the Miller, where we book entertainment that's not just for one type of person.
Exactly. That's what I like. It's very diverse.
Yes, we absolutely consider that in our bookings, and we want to give back to the community by have something for everyone. We don't want it to only be for one group or one.
Exactly. And not that we need to get into the drama, but that has happened sometimes. You get somebody that just thinks outside the box a little differently, and people are like, you don't need to have that person here or something. And it's crazy because you have something for everyone.
Right.
They don't have to go if they don't like it, right?
And what I always say about the Miller is, if you haven't been, please come, because not only is it a wonderful venue for entertainment, but it is truly a testament to historic preservation. So the Miller Theater was closed for 40 years, and when we reopened in 2018, when you compare photos from 1940 when we originally opened to 2018 after the renovation, it is truly immaculate, and it was done so well. It is something that I think every Augustan or everyone in the area should see.
Absolutely.
And it's just stunning.
It's great to be involved in a performance there, to be there to experience a performance, to come into the Miller and to see the Art Deco and to see that water fountain that's still there. I don't think does it work?
It does not work.
But it's there.
There's now a sign in there that says, please do not pour your drinks in it.
Okay.
People work,
I
that's
see.
fine.
Yeah, but it's just so cool to see what it felt like to be there. And how long ago did they build the Miller?
So the Miller originally opened in 1940. Yeah.
Wow,
So
okay.
we're in the area that was definitely the theater district, surrounded by rich history. Of course, we have the Imperial across the street. But so when the Miller opened, it was truly Frank Miller's crown jewel. And I believe that the renovations have brought it back to that pristine condition.
It absolutely has. I love the murals, the Art Deco murals when you're in the theater itself. And there's not a bad seat in the house, whether you're in the orchestra or the balcony.
Absolutely.
It's really
I
great.
challenge people, find me a bad seat and you won't.
Exactly.
It's truly every spot is great.
Yeah, when I go see a show in New York, they now, a lot of times when you're on Ticketmaster or something and you get a seat, it'll show you what your view is going to look like. And sometimes, we always want a cheaper seat. There's a column in the way. You get to watch the whole show looking around a column. So at the Miller, never a bad seat. It's just really, really great.
Yeah, no obstructed views here at the Miller Theater. So when you get your symphony tickets for next season, don't worry, you'll have a great view.
Exactly. I love the symphony. And I love the front row. I don't know what it is. There's something, especially when you have a guest artist there for the symphony, and they're right there. I can hear them breathe.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
It's a unique experience, and I love that. And you'll talk to people who have balcony seats, and they'll tell you why they choose the balcony.
Absolutely.
Because they have a perfect view of everything happening.
Absolutely.
And it's just wonderful.
Yeah, I'll have a friend with me sitting next, and they'll say, "I'm tired of looking at everybody's shoes on the stage," because that's that's what we say. But anyway, there's people do like different seats around the theater.
Absolutely.
What are some of this shows? Tell us maybe something about the last season and what's coming up for the new season.
So the Augusta Symphony has a wonderfully rich season planned. Symphony subscriptions actually just went on sale, so please go online and get yours. And then the 71st season starts in September.
Okay.
There's a ton of wonderful programming. Dirk Meyer, the symphony's music director, he does a great job picking pieces that resonate with so many different people.
Yes.
And then with our pop season, again, it's diverse, it's wonderful. I am looking forward to, we have a yacht rock performance for the Pops next year.
Very popular, yes.
So it's going to be great.
Yeah. How can people support the Miller other than just maybe buying a ticket? I mean, that's first and foremost.
Yeah.
Experience something. I mean, again, you have something for everyone. Country western singers, jazz singers, pop singers. And just different.
Everything.
Yes,
And I always tell people, if you haven't been to the Miller, we do a free movie every month. Thanks to Queensboro National Bank and Trust, we're able to show a free movie for the community. Our next one is on June 8th, and it's going to be the 40th anniversary of Back to the Future.
Oh, fun.
You did not hear me wrong. It has been 40 years since Back to the Future came out.
Wow.
No,
I don't know if I was born then. I'm just joking. So we've talked about, supporting. Are there any volunteer options at all with the Miller?
There's so many ways you can support the Miller. Like you said, the number one way is to buy tickets. We also take donations. We have a wonderful program of volunteers. That information is on our website, which is millertheateraugusta.com. And really just be involved and champion for the theater because it's really for the whole community.
Yes.
And it's just such a lovely place.
Yes, I love to come down to the Miller, and I'll park a little early, and then I'll walk down to Luigi's
Yes.
and have dinner, and then I'll come to the theater. And then when I'm done, my car's right there. It's just an easy
And
night.
what's so wonderful is I'm sure that someone in the 1950s or 60s probably did that exact same thing.
Exactly.
And what a cool experience and what a great testament to downtown Augusta and all the wonderful things that exist there.
Yeah, exactly. I love it. It is an experience, and that's what we live for these days. I mean, we can all go see a boring show and get in the car, but it's fun to make an evening and make a whole full experience. I love it.
And the boring show's not at the Miller. We only have great shows.
Of course not. Of course not. Well, again, sometimes I'll go to something I don't necessarily want to see, but every time I do, I go and I learn something new, and I have a really good time. I really do. So I know you personally as well, and you have some fun hobbies.
Yes.
Yes. Tell these people. I mean, you're always fun, and you always look fabulous,
thank
and so we
you.
always know there's much more to Katie.
Yes, I'm very bright, but also I would say my number one hobby is I am a flower gardener. If you are in North Augusta and you drive on Georgia Avenue, you will see me in my yard.
Wow.
Please don't honk. It does scare me, but I'm always tending to my flowers. They bring me so much joy.
I love it. That's awesome. Well, I can't thank you enough for being here today, and you all support the Miller Theater and have a fabulous experience. But stay tuned, because I have a really great design dilemma. We're going to talk about window treatments. I've had a lot of people writing in asking for certain guidelines and rules, so we're going to break a few rules. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Welcome to Second City Distillery. We are handcrafted one bottle at a time in the heart of Augusta, Georgia. Come visit us and discover the art of distillation like never before. Our spirits are curated, ensuring every bottle tells a story of passion and dedication. From our smooth, award-winning bourbon to our crisp and refreshing vodka, we offer a diverse range of flavors that capture the essence of our passion. Join us for a tasting or a tour and experience the spirit of Augusta with Second City Distillery. Cheers.
At F&M Bank, you're more than a customer. You're family. We believe banking should feel like home, familiar faces, real conversations, and service that's rooted in values and built on relationships. We take the time to know your name, your story, and your dreams. With roots in Washington and Augusta, we're proud to grow with our neighbors. F&M Bank, growing strong, one neighbor at a time.
At Reliable Equipment Rental, we rent the good stuff. From compact lawn and garden equipment, large earth-moving equipment, to Takeuchi compact equipment known for its brute strength and bulletproof durability. Whether you're a professional contractor or a weekend do-it-yourselfer, we have the equipment to get your job done. And in the CSRA, you can only get the good stuff at Reliable Equipment Rental, your trusted Takeuchi dealer. Sales, parts, and service, 4001 Washington Road.
Home isn't just a place, it's where life happens. At the Villages at Bordeaux, each townhome invites you to build memories, celebrating life's little moments and big dreams. Thoughtfully crafted by Herbert Homes, your home offers comfort, energy efficiency, and easy access to our event center, Bordeaux Steak and Seafood, I-20, and downtown Thompson. Ready to find your place? Call today to schedule your tour of the Villages at Bordeaux.
I can't thank everyone enough for emailing me at mike@signaturemike.com and asking questions. We've talked about window treatments, but I've been asked to elaborate a little bit on some of these things. So let's talk about window treatments, because it's so important. Many people that write in, they lost trees during the hurricane, so they have more sunlight coming in. Their neighbors are looking in their houses now, so they want a little more privacy. But we've kind of gotten away from heavy treatments, and that's what, especially the men in the home, they don't want all of these heavy, goopy drapery treatments, because they've had them for years, big hardware and a lot of fabric. So I'm going to show you a few ideas of some things you can do, a lot of what I'm doing these days. We've talked about the Roman shades, and I actually brought one for you today. This pattern might be a little busy for some people. This might work in an office or a den or something like this. You may not want to look at it every day. It's a lovely pattern, but we pull this down, this Roman shade, and look what we have. So it has, there we go, we have black outlining on the back of it. It has this clutch system, so as I'm pulling it, I can pull it to one side and I can stop it anywhere I want. I can pull it all the way up if I want. So what's great, you can let a little sun in, you can let a lot of sun in, you can put it all the way down and totally block out the sun. But another great thing about this is you get to choose your fabric. I do a lot of linen type fabrics, something like that's on this drapery panel here. So we do a lot of like linen type fabrics on these shades. But there's a pattern, just don't get too scared. Sometimes it's nice to create a theme in a room with the pattern window treatment. So we have draperies, of course, that we do. And I'm going to show you in a minute how we can do some draperies that aren't so heavy. A lot of these we're doing these days, again, linen, we're keeping things neutral. We have these great drapery tapes. This is a tiny little drapery tape. You want that on the leading edge of your drapery. But let me show you, and I know we've talked about this before, but I brought some other colors to show you today. Drapery tape is normally about 3.5 to 4 inches wide. Some of it's lovely, some of it's really, really nice, like this one. Bring a little color into with this, a little sea foam. We have so many to choose from. Some people are a little fancier. They might want some metallic golds. We have some Greek keys in there in a variety of colors, so those are great. But my favorite are these big 7-inch drapery tapes. These make a statement. So this is a way to get a statement without having so much color, unless you want some color. Look at this green. We keep the drapery panel neutral, and you'll see as I layer this over this panel, how nice this looks. Look at that, bring a little color in. And what I tell my clients a lot of the times, if you get tired of the drapery tape, we rip it off and we add another one down the road. And you keep your drapery. There's a beautiful gold, and then we have blue. The sea foam again, very, very popular. Let me just draw, I brought some fabrics in. We can talk about this another day because I want to draw a couple of things for you. I want to show people what I do with the window treatment. So let's say we have our ceiling, have our floor, and we have a window tucked in here like so. It could be a single window, it could be a double window. What I like to do, I go from the top of the window trim, and let's say we have crown molding up here at the top. I go middle, but from the top of the window trim down up to the crown molding here, and I usually go halfway there, and that's where I put my drapery rod, right about half. Sometimes it changes. If we had a vaulted ceiling and went up a little taller, I might go up a little more, but you want to keep things not all the way up. You want to cheat it up a little bit. You don't want it down too far. What I want to do, I've talked about wall panels, and people are like, what did you mean by that? And what I mean by that, for drapery panels to be wall panels, I like to keep the drapery panels more on the wall than the window. So this is what we have here. So we still have full use of the window. You could certainly you could layer this Roman shade that I showed you. You could put something like that in there. So you could lower this to get your light filtering. You could block out the light altogether. You have your decorative panels. You have the bold panels there, but it's just really, really clean. You could do just a simple Roman shade in the window too. I like to put it within the window trim. It kind of frames it, kind of makes it nice. But consider your drapery panels. They don't always have to be custom. Sometimes you can get a long panel at the store off the shelf, and you maybe hem it up a little bit. It can touch the floor a little bit if you wanted to. We don't want it to puddle too much, but it could kiss the floor a little bit. We could do something like that if we wanted to. We don't do tie-backs so much, but anyway, I hope that helped clear that up a little bit. But stay tuned. Thank you for being here. If you have a design dilemma, by the way, email me at mike@signaturemike.com. I love to hear from you. We'll be right back.
Imagine a life filled with energy, adventure, and clarity, where each day is a new opportunity. At Be Healthy Medical Weight Loss, we're here to turn that vision into reality. With over 15 years of experience in the Augusta area, our specialists are dedicated to guiding your health journey. Whether you want to lose 10 pounds or 100, trust our experts to get you to your goals confidently and safely. Buzz on over to 4150 Washington Road so you can thrive at the Hive.
Hi, Suzanne Lily Honey Michael here with Hardwood Floors & More. For years I've been talking to you about our floors, but did you know we are the largest locally owned lighting gallery in town? We have interior and exterior lights and ceiling fans also, so we can help you with any lighting project. We carry all brands to include Savoy House and Visual Comfort, and we are so excited we are now your local Capital Lighting dealer. Visit us today and discover for yourself why Hardwood Floors & More has so much more in store for you.
Ever wonder what truly makes a house a home? It's all the thoughtful touches, all the little details that bring personality and character to any space. At Signature Interiors and Gifts, we believe that your home should be as unique as you are. Our collection is a treasure trove of inspiration, just waiting for you to explore. Our team would be honored to help you create a home that's not just lived in, but truly loved. Signature Interiors and Gifts, where every corner of your home tells your story.
We had so much fun with you today on the show. We learned so much from Amy, the DAR. Amazing. Really, really great stuff. And Katie, the Miller Theater, it's so important.
Thank you.
So important. Y'all, look at this. You know, you saw my little sketch pad. Amy wrote me a little note. Wasn't that sweet? We love you, Amy Lawson. Thank you, love. That was sweet. I looked over here and there was a big heart on my table. I love it. What are some of your favorite trims? I asked you to pick out a favorite trim that you liked. Amy, you went to the gray. You didn't want any of that color. You liked the tape that was on this.
Love gray.
Yeah, you like gray.
Everywhere.
Because it's just neutral.
It's neutral.
And then you can add your pop of color in pillows or something.
I have a lot of really bright art in the house.
Yes, you do.
And I like gray around it.
So that works. Very good. And of course, you chose a color,
Yes,
Katie.
I'm a maximalist, and I love color, and so I was immediately drawn to that green.
I love it. I love it. Have you all seen these wide trims before?
I had not.
They're really awesome. I love it. They make such a statement. I love it. I'm going to ask you ladies a couple questions. Let's see. Katie, which movie would you hop into for a day if you could?
It's hard. That's a hard question, but I've thought about it, and I think that I would pick The Princess Bride because it has everything.
It
we have
does.
pirates, we have sword fighting,
that's fun.
we have giants, we have princesses.
Oh my gosh. And you want to get, okay. Amy, if you could be one person in the American Revolution, who would it be?
I would definitely pick a female. I'm going to go with Margaret Corbin, who her husband was mortally wounded, and that woman got up and worked the cannon, and she was actually the first female pensioner of the United States.
Wow. People, we need to Google that. I'm going to Google it later.
Margaret Cochran Corbin.
I love it.
Yep.
I love it. If you missed any of this today, we go to YouTube. The show goes to YouTube. Catch me there. Subscribe. Signature Mike channel. Catch us on Facebook, Instagram, wherever there. Always everywhere. We will see you soon on the Signature Mike Show. We appreciate you watching. Have a great day.